Welcome to the Gurukul Prep Daily Podcast on 6th August. Update 1 Important Day Hiroshima Day, August 6. Every 6th August, Hiroshima Day is marked as a solemn opportunity to show support for peace politics and promote understanding of the devastating consequences of Hiroshima's atomic bombing. This date, in 1945, saw the terrible loss of thousands of lives in an instant as a result of the explosion of an atomic weapon, making Hiroshima the first city to be hit by such a destructive nuclear attack. This year, the world will commemorate the 79th anniversary of this event. In remembrance of both the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the United States in 1945, yearly event is held at the Galway Alliance Warren Ayer Square. Update 2 Banking RBI cancels licenses of 78 UCBs since 2014. According to data given in Parliament, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has terminated the licenses of 78 urban cooperative banks, UCBs, beginning the calendar year 2014, with Maharashtra accounting for 46% of them, and in a reply presented in Rajya Sabha, Pankaj Chaudhary, Union Minister of State for Finance, indicated that insufficient capital, low earning prospects, a deteriorating financial position, and the continuance of operations would be detrimental to the interests of depositors and the general public. In 2023, licenses of 14 UCBs and in 2022 licenses of 12 UCBs were cancelled. Update 3 Books Book on South Asian Migration to be released soon. A book titled South Asia Migration Report 2024, Remittances, Resilience and Rehabilitation, which will be released soon, advocates for migrants' freedom of movement within the countries of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC. The book, edited by migration specialist S. Iridhya Rajan, head of the International Institute for Migration and Development in India, features migration patterns from SAARC countries as well as a chapter on climate migration. It also discusses the impact of COVID-19 on the movement of people in the region. Update 4 Defense DG SSB Daljit Singh Chaudhary takes over additional charge of Director General, BSF. Daljit Singh Chaudhary, a 1990 batch Indian Police Service IPS officer from Uttar Pradesh, took over as Director General of the Border Security Force, BSF. Chaudhary is now the Director General of Sashastra Seema Bal, SSB. Chaudhary was named Director General of the BSF a day after his predecessor, Nitin Agrawal, was prematurely deported to his original cadre in Kerala. The centre also sent 1990 IPS officer Yogesh Khurania back to his parent Odisha cadre, wherein he was appointed as Director General of Police, DGP. Update 5 National India approves 8 new national high-speed road corridors. According to an official release, the government approved 8 national high-speed road corridor projects totaling 936 kilometers in length and 50,655 crore rupees in investment to increase connectivity and logistical efficiency nationwide. 6-lane Agra-Gwalior National High-Speed Corridor, 4-lane Kharagpur-Mogram National High-Speed Corridor, 6-lane Tharadisa-Mehsana-Ahmedabad National High-Speed Corridor, 4-lane Ayodhya Ring Road, 4-lane section between Patlagaon and Gumla of Raipur-Ranchi National High-Speed Corridor, and 6-lane Kanpur Ring Road are among the projects that the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved. Update 6 Obituary Former England batter Graham Thorpe passes away, aged 55. Graham Thorpe, a former England and Surrey batter, died aged 55 after suffering a serious illness since 2022, the country's cricket board confirmed on 5th August. Thorpe, regarded as one of the best hitters of his time, was hospitalized immediately after being chosen Afghanistan's head coach in 2022, although the nature of his physical issue remains unknown. Thorpe started his Test career in 1993 with an Ashes century, which he matched on the return trip in Perth in February 1995. He went on to play 100 Tests for England between 1993 and 2005 and averaged 44.66 with 16 centuries. He also represented the Three Lions in 1982 ODIs, collecting 2830 runs at an average of 37.18. Update 7. Obituary. Veteran Bharatanatyam dancer Yamini Krishnamurthy dies at 84. Yamini Krishnamurthy, a Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi veteran, died on 3 August at the Apollo Hospital in New Delhi. She was 83. She was suffering from age-related issues and was in the ICU for the last 7 months, Ms. Krishnamurthy's manager and secretary, Ganesh, told PTI. Ms. Krishnamurthy received training in Carnatic singing and the Veena in addition to the other dance genres. Ms. Krishnamurthy was awarded the Padma Shri at 28 in 1968, the Padma Bhushan in 2001, and the Padma Vibhushan in 2016. She was also conferred the Sangeet Natak Akademi Award in 1977. Update 8. Sports. Novak Djokovic clinches first Olympic gold medal at the Paris 2024 Olympics. Novak Djokovic earned his first Olympic gold medal after defeating Carlos Alcaraz 7-6, 3, 7-6, 2 in an exciting men's tennis singles final, giving the 37-year-old Serbian the final major accomplishment lacking from his sparkling career. Djokovic's outstanding career already includes a men's record 24 Grand Slam victories and the most weeks spent at no. 1 in the rankings by any male or female. It also already contained a Summer Olympics medal from 2008, but it was a bronze, and he has clarified that was insufficient. Update 9. Sports. Star shooter Manu Bhakar set to be India's flag bearer in closing ceremony. Manu Bhakar, a brilliant Indian shooter, is set to be the flag bearer for her country at the Olympic closing event on 11 August. Her outstanding accomplishment at the Paris Games has carved her name into Indian sports history. After demonstrating great technique and poise, Bhakar won a bronze medal in the individual 10-meter air pistol event. She then paired up with Sarbajot Singh to win bronze in the mixed 10-meter air pistol event. Besides Manu's 2 medals, fellow shooter Swapnil Kushle clinched India's 3rd medal, also a bronze in the men's 50-meter rifle 3 positions. Update 10. Summit and Conference. President Murmu's 6-day visit to Fiji, New Zealand, and Timor-Leste. President Draupadi Murmu left New Delhi on a 6-day trip to Fiji, New Zealand, and Timor-Leste. President Murmu first visited Fiji on 5 August, at the invitation of President Ratu William Mavalili Katunivere. This historic visit is the first by an Indian head of state to Fiji. During her stay, the President will hold bilateral meetings with President Katunivere and Prime Minister Sitiveni Rabuka. The next destination will be New Zealand from August 7th to 9th at the invitation of Governor General Dame Cindy Kiro.